have SMT here. Heavier sweep. We got 10M open in 1 minute. Okay. We're just in this trade here. I don't like this 15-minute closure, but as you can see here on the 5-minute, close below this low. And also closed respecting this OB here. Closing below 50%. Utilized 930 as a roadblock, and we went above this SIBI, failed to displace higher. Once we closed above, closed back below it. Utilized this as my entry here as a bearish signature. This is our opening range low. You can manage the trade however you like if you are in it, but I'm still saying these days are not the days you want to put full risk on, because we have a lot of conditions against us. Let's see. So far respecting 930 first presentation and the reclaimed SIBI. We'd like to see it spool lower. That will be a clean macro power 3. Open, manipulation above open, SMT. Everything. Where's the 10M open? Okay. Okay. Okay, well done, Casey. Yeah, being patient in these conditions, as I was saying, is the best thing to do. I'm just following my rules here presently. If you don't want to take this trade, feel free not to, like, don't feel pressured. It can just be a loss as well in my system. I'm just following what I plan to do pre-session and what my plan says, and I'm just executing on it. There's no fear or anything. There's no reason to be afraid here. But it could just be a loser or a winner. Who knows? Thank you, Casey. I would like them to displace below this fair value gap here. I got 6 seconds on this closure. Still close below the mean threshold of this order block, 5-minute order block. Well, that doesn't mean the trade will win, but just managing it. We have a lot of reasons to go lower here, guys. This open RTH gap, all of this engineered sell side, all the way to London lows. A lot of reasons. But is it the right time? We will know now. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I would like to show the executions on the chart here, but I can't log in my TradeOvate right now because it's on a stream. So maybe I can do it on the other screen. 1 second. But let's just keep watching the trade. I'll show you my execution afterwards. I'm keeping this devil's mark on the chart here because I want to see price close below it and use it as a resistance to continue lower. That's why I'm keeping it here. Below the, it's right above the opening range low, but I want to see a closure here and utilize it as resistance. I could be wrong on the read. Let's see. So devil's mark, it's a concept. I don't remember exactly who came out with the name, but I think it's Trade Dexter or ICT. I'm not sure. It's a candle when the open and the low is the same price, or the high and the close is the same price. It has no wick basically on one end, and that's when you see price gravitate to this candle immediately. As you can see, price here. Where did it go below this engineered sell side? Right here, to this open VIB and the devil's mark. And then it utilizes this as support or resistance following the order flow. It's just a signature on higher time frame is very, very strong. I utilized it for years, and I've seen price utilizing it as a magnet many, many times. Devil's mark is a very, very strong confluence to have with your drawn liquidity. Anytime, bro. Come on. And Q is just playing around with me. As soon as we got in this trade, the chop started here. Or maybe even before it. And just see up and down, up and down. But this SMT sweep, macro power 3, I like it. 930 roadblock. Reclaimed SIP is still holding as well. Very good signatures on the 1 minute time frame. I would like to see a closure below this low and this inversion here. If we go lower. That's what I would like to see. Okay. If it's generous enough. 5-minute closure in 5 seconds. You don't want to see that when you're bearish. Just hanging around the mean threshold. Yes, it's still respecting it, but you don't see any displacements from the order block. But we're still respecting the mean threshold at the end of the day, so yeah. Mm. Yeah, FOMC tomorrow. I would love to trade after FOMC. I love trading after FOMC. It's usually a great clean session. FOMC just provides a clear AMD, and then you can get very, very nice trades. Still in this short here. Nothing changed. Still respecting our roadblocks. Nothing has changed here, guys. But you don't need to take the same trade I'm taking. You can just be watching it because, as I've said like many times, this is not the day to be risking money on. And as you can see, the chop already we're in. We just have this super clear draw. Come on. Thank you. Last time I was in a short like that at all-time highs, Trump spoke and the candle just kept going lower and lower like crazy. It was just like 2 weeks ago when he spoke about that meeting with the Chinese president. It was crazy. But I had a TP, so I wish I didn't have a TP at that time. Would have made millions. Okay. So it's just chopping around here at this point. So we got caught in the chops. It's okay. Like, as I've said, I don't have a lot of risk on this trade. We're still respecting the reclaimed SIBI and the 930 fair value gap. I utilize this just to read the order flow. So the most important P area here for me to be watching for the order flow shifting is the 930 fair value gap, not this one. So even if they close above the SIBI, it will just be coloring outside the lines for me. And I just want them to respect this 930 fair value gap all the time. No close above it. There's even early exit rule based on certain amount of time getting. No, I don't exit based on time. I know what you mean. No, I've seen some people have this rule, but personally, no, I just put my stop and take profit, and I just manage the trade, but I don't exit early on my trades because I've seen it messing up with my stats a lot. Sometimes I exit on winners, and it's adding a lot of psychological problem for me. So I decided not to exit on any trades. I accept the risk once I take the trade. I know it's part of my system, part of my win rate, and I don't exit early at all. I just put my stop and I just waited. I accept the risk. So as I said, I don't even care if they closed off this SEBI here. Just want them to respect this 930 fair value gap. Another 5-minute close. Okay, that 5-minute close was higher. Most likely we'll get stopped if we close above here. Let's just wait. Yeah, exactly. Red, like cutting winners can play a lot with your mindset. So, for example, if I closed here now, just seeing this 5-minute closure, some people would agree with this idea. Okay, the order flow is shifting against you. This is a good way to cut a loser. But what if this trade becomes a winner and it runs to my targets? Because there's reasons prior to entering this trade. Why did I enter this trade? Because we have a very, very super clear continuation cause. So I know with 70% uh, confidence, like the market will draw lower here. So why would I just cut myself short here? Exactly, man. The best loser wins. I just follow my stop. I put my stop here for a reason. Why did we put our stop here? Because this is technically a protected high short term. Why? Because this high here is the intermediate term high. It's swept this liquidity SMT, and then same here, macro power 3. Open low. This is our macro open. Sorry, the indicator is playing around with us. Open. Went lower to our targets. It's okay, but still have more continuation cause. Went up, swept liquidity, SMT. That's where I'm putting my stops. My stop is here for a reason. I know this should be a protected high for a bearish, and that's what I'm respecting here. ES is engineering a lot of sell side liquidity. We'll most likely see volume to the downside at one point with ES in confluence. What if Trump speaks now? That would be crazy. Okay. Mhm. Are we finally leaving NQ? Nope. You know, guys, what shifted my game the most? Like, what made me actually be on the positive side of trading is when I started respecting my trading. For example, every day, um, once I wake up, after I'm done with my work or whatever I'm doing, I create this headspace for trading. I prepare for my charts. Um, if you're religious, you pray. you go out for sunlight, etc., take your coffee. But most important is preparation, because to be disciplined, you need to be clear in the beginning. So when you have a clear defined rule or a clear scenario based situations, you can be disciplined in the markets. Because if you don't have clarity on what you want to be disciplined on, what will you be disciplined on? You get what I mean? So you just have to be clear, what do you want to be disciplined with in the beginning, and then work on fighting these demons to be disciplined, following your rules, following your preparations, etc., your market, and all of that. Just preparing before the market, having everything written down of your system, what are you looking for exactly. We remove all of this unnecessary emotions, fear, impulses. I had a big problem with impulses myself. I used to take trades just based on impulses because I was not prepared at all. I was coming late to the charts. I was waking up 1 hour before the charts most of the time, or straight to the charts. And I see this trade and I hop in. I don't even calculate my risk. It was crazy. So it was creating it, like I was self-sabotaging basically, because I had all the knowledge. I know what I was supposed to do, but I was just cutting myself short because I'm impulsive with my trades, impulsive with my actions. So what I did to fix this issue is basically just putting all of my focus in being logged in and prepared before the charts and during my day, just doing discipline, like just following my disciplined routine, and take care of my body, my mind, and my screen time, what I'm watching, because also what we're watching is what we're feeding our brain. You don't want to be stuck on YouTube shorts or some videos for hours. You need to be careful what you're feeding into your brain as well. So that what that's what improved my trading and took me to the next level, to be honest. Not technicals, nothing else. Just having clear defined set of rules and preparing before the charts and following them. I don't trade crypto, sadly, bro. I used to, but I don't. I used to trade the Bitcoin with ICT concepts on the higher time frame. I made some money, to be honest, but then I stopped. Uh, Tried to focus on NQ. I had a series on YouTube as well. I uploaded, but I just removed it due to some reasons in my country. But I removed this series. I flipped the $50 to $1,000 on Bitcoin. 6 days trading. Crypto is amazing, to be honest. It respects ICT concepts a lot. Exactly, man. Exactly. Let's see that opening range. Yep, we're stuck here. I got caught in the chops today. Yep. Me too, bro. I love watching them. I used to trade them. It was one of my favorite times, to be honest. I traded them for a whole year. I made a lot of money. Hmm. Recently, Casey, I was utilizing a CFD broker called Xness. I didn't have any issues at all with them, to be honest, because I was swing trading. I wasn't scalping, so swing trading was very good. But scalping, you can get spiked out of some trades. Okay, finally, we're moving here. We're really stuck in the opening range, as you mentioned, Casey. We're stuck at the CE here. But I just saw this closure. Yeah. Hopefully we see this 3-minute close below this volume imbalance here. and then opening range CE. So be good. Pit get personal accounts or practical don't have. Yes. Nice. I'll note that as well. Maybe I'll get back to crypto trading at one point. But NQ is like is not the only place where you can trade. But I personally only trade NQ just to be disciplined with trading one asset first and build my like consistency of one asset, and then I can diverse my money. Just it's just a problem with me. I've recognized trading multiple pairs or multiple assets have made a lot of unnecessary noise as well for me. So I've decided to cut everything off and only trade NQ. But again, guys, you don't have to be taking this trade. Could just be a loser. I'm just following the system here. Want to keep this on here. I like it. Macro text. This was the 950 macro. Okay. You see, that's why we kept our stop here. I didn't put my stop above these bodies or above 930. No, I'm giving it room to breathe. Because above 930, you're basically telling the market to stop you out and then go in your direction. You need your stop to be at logical reasons where you don't expect price to come there at all. And for that reason, we had it here where we have a potential protected high. I saw him using this unprotected highs. I like it as well. So that was a potential protected high. We have a sweep, SMT, etc. I'll go break even below opening range low. The problem is with break evens. Sometimes you stop yourself early, but I'm just following the model here. Hello, welcome to the stream. CU735. That's a long name. Okay. So once we go below the opening range low, I'll move stops to break even. Here. I'm having a lot of fun with you here, guys. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you, Casey. It's just repetition, time over time. So I don't understand the probably random. What do you mean? Never move my stop as it's a prime. So you just keep your stop at the same location? That's what you mean? At the protected high? Thank you, Casey. It's just repetition. Time over time, you'll get used to building those good habits of not cutting yourself short or not forcing ideas, etc. I can spend a maximum of 3 hours on the charts and not take a trade, but I've realized that when I spend more than 2 to 3 hours on the charts, I will get mentally fatigued and I will force a position. So that's why usually I'm only trading one session a day, or I'm trading one session and taking a break, and then coming the next session, because if I continuously stay on the chart, I know I will mess up. I know I will force a positioning based on my data. So most important thing is to watch your screen time as well. So you can't be trading from London and then London lunch, then AM, then lunch, then PM, and expect to be disciplined very easily. It will be much, much harder for you because you're already mentally fatigued. So try to stick to one session a day, and just before this session, remind yourself what you have to do. And that should be an easy task for you to be disciplined during this 2 hours period. It's only 2 hours or 3 hours. It's not a lot of time, but don't expect to do that from London session. That's why I don't trade any other sessions other than AM personally. I accept the risk when I get into the trade and always have stop above below their pivot. Otherwise, I'm more likely to get stopped out. Yep, very nice idea. And that's why I was thinking about not moving my stops to break even here quickly at this level. I saw Tim as well facing this issue, like getting stopped out because it chops and then it goes in your direction. I have a lot of percentage of trades doing that as well in my data, just because I set my stop loss too early to break even. But yeah, I know, man. Especially during these conditions, could just take the opening range low, come back, go lower, and our direction will be correct, but we get stopped. So I get what you mean, man. 100%. So we are, the trade is running, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm personally targeting my 1 to 3 here. I'm not going for all the way to opening range, to London lows. I'll be taking my first partial at 1 to 3, which is around these lows here. You can take most of at opening range, CE, whatever you like, but I'll be holding. I don't really take a lot of partials like Tim does. I like to hold my trades to my draw because I have it for a reason, and I just respect my draw. 943. I'll keep this here as a 1 to 3, but our ultimate target will be London lows, as we have mentioned. Let's just keep watching this trade here. Okay. Clean macro power 3, guys. Day in and day out, models repeating. If you're still not utilizing this, you're missing out. Okay. We just closed below the devil's mark. Now I would love to see a wick up and then down. Just tap this devil's mark. Fall lower. New wick opening gap. New day, I'm sorry. And then the midnight here. Could be our roadblock. That's our around our 1 to 3. Well done. Well done getting out there. These conditions are not ideal to keep holding. I'm just following my system, ignoring these conditions. Oh, well done. Yeah. Speaking about that tremor, like, especially when I take a loss, next trade, I'm looking as well, based on my system, to get out as soon as I can. Like, as a low-hanging fruit, just to cover my loss. That's a very, very good decision, man. Well done. That's why I'm saying you have to manage this trade based on your, like, your decisions, because everyone has different scenarios. This is my first trade of the day, so that's why I'm holding it. Nice. Well done. Okay, I'm setting my stop loss to break even here, as I said. My stop loss is at BE now. Our entry is right 55.75 right here. Okay. That should still continue lower here. Okay. Previous day high. I don't see that. Previous day high. Just below lower. Everything settlement. Doesn't matter. Just previous day. I think we're really far from previous day high, if that's what you mean. But well done anyways for getting out, man. Great exit. Well done. 1644 candle. Okay, let me see that. 1644. They are talking about the RTL.